get through this one. Just a stone's throw from the Ohio River, we find ourselves here on the Disc Golf Pro Tour in a familiar place, a cornerstone course, historic site for some of our sport's greatest achievements. This is Idlewild, and it's week 5 of 6 of the Disc Golf Pro Tour's Match Play Series. Kicking off now with the MPO division, bringing it into the DGN booth. Brian Earhart, Nate Perkins. We watched the FPO go off this morning. Highlight Fest already. Now this afternoon we have some pretty important matchups. What do you make of this day?
Well, FPO was a treat, right? We had the local, Rebecca Cox, showing up 9 birdies through the first 16 holes. I mean, that is a pace we've never seen here at a course we're very familiar with, right? Technicality, familiarity, history. This is a place that has been on the Disc Golf Pro Tour since 2017, and I haven't heard anything but praise for this property since.
Well, I want to ask you more about this track. I say some of our sport's greatest achievements happen here. A lot of these players won here for the very first time. You've had a different MPO winner ever since it started being played here in 2017 on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. You've had some of your great career achievements here at Idlewild. What is it about this place?
It's short, it's technical, it's hard to repeat, right? We've had 5 first-time winners, and we've had 8. No one's repeated. We've had 8 different winners in 8 different seasons. I'm pretty sure that's the only stop that happens on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. We'll check back in on that later, but we're here for match play, Brian. Things are a little bit different for the match play. Tell us how it sets up.
Well, again, this is week 5 of 6 of the regular season. And again, we have 4 divisions here. Top 2, based on pool play throughout the year, are going to take you to that championship at Hornets Nest Park in Charlotte, North Carolina. But right now, we have some pretty important matchups. Gannonburr against Luke Humphreys, Varela versus Dickerson, Lizotte versus Buckets, Heimberg versus Robinson. Nate, what do we have here?
Bunch of juggernauts.
I
mean, this is a star-studded group for match play. Simon Lizotte, Joey Buckets won last year. Heimberg won his first major this year. Isaac, 4-time champion on the major series, won his first Disc Golf Pro Tour here at Idlewild, as did Joey. So a lot of history on this card, and just a lot of quality shapes coming our way.
Well, a couple things that these guys are playing for. Lizotte playing to pretty much lock things up for himself, punch his ticket, and then the rest of these guys battling for position. That second spot might be decided by point differential when it's all said and done. Flying down the fairway of hole 1, send it down to the third member of our broadcast, Grant Zellner. What do you have for us, Grant?
Obviously have good vibes here, being the defending champion of the main event, we'll call it, but this is a different animal. Still, though, good feelings going out. What do you expect to get out of today?
Yeah, I'm just looking to have some fun, maybe talk a little bit of trash. You know, Simon's a good player. We were already kind of joking around, warming up, so yeah, should be fun.
Simon, famous for your Simon lines, chances to take a little bit of risk in hopes of a reward, and in match play, that really factors in. Do you expect to do some crazy things out there today?
Absolutely. This course lines up great for Simon lines. Hole 1 is already the perfect mix, risk-reward kind of tee shot here. And I hope Joey goes first so I can kind of judge from his shank.
So is this going to be a touch gloves and come out fighting, or can we expect to pick up on a little bit of a trash talk, or do you guys intend to keep that, whisper quiet?
I think we'll just have to see how it goes. I mean, I don't know. I think we might hear some things, yeah.
What do you think of that, Europe?
Well, we have Calvin Heimberg on the card, who is the king of all trash talk, so hopefully he fires us all up in the card.
All right, guys. Touch gloves and come out swinging.
Good luck. Good luck.
Well, a gingerly touching of gloves. We'll see how these guys go throughout the day. Simon's right. If anyone has played on a card with Calvin Heimberg, especially when things are light, it's not a championship moment, he's pretty good at getting under his competitor's skin, even if they're close to him.
Hole 1 really is the perfect setup to go for it. Was it 650?
It's about 650, probably just under that. OB on both sides.
We play in the north end of 5. Probably 15 feet from tee to green, downhill.
And they still call this a par 4, but we've seen quite a few players throw a nice full shot. Distance is truly a funny thing in disc golf. Sometimes you'll have a distance competition and the winning score is 605 feet. And then we have these 638-foot holes that are range found at that distance, and we get guys inside circle 1.
Yeah, we get like 30 guys that can reach it.
Welcome to Match Play 2025 at Idlewild. First up to tee, Calvin Heimberg.
Drag the OB lines in a tiny bit. I think he's betting against the field. I think he knows that Robinson is not going to go for the 2 here. Calvin at 0 points. Isaac had a draw with Joey Buckets in their previous match. Is that going to check up?
That is in trouble.
And next match,
Green
first
flag,
up to tee,
saved
Joey
by the
Buckets.
tree.
Our defending champion here at Idlewild.
He just couldn't miss. He just kept delivering these flat laser beams, both off the tee and in the putting green. Too much drift out of this one.
He might find himself in kind of a precarious spot. Greg Diaz with the Disc Golf Pro Tour, no nonsense, sending these boys off. And here's Simon, opportunity. A little bit of a headwind on 1.
Have to think this is the updated version of the time lapse. Oh, he backs off of it. A little too much headwind.
I was like, oh, it's not bad.
He's going to stable up here.
Oh, he really backed off of it.
Yeah, didn't like it. 4 conservative shots. Not what I was expecting to see.
Well, folks, yes, we have match play. We have some really exciting matches, but tomorrow, day 1 of the LWS Open at Idlewild begins the last pure 3-round tournament on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. We head to Deglo, then we head up to the New England area, and we start to head out to the playoffs and wrap up this season. This is an interesting part of the season, Nate. It feels like things are really starting to drag on, and the players really have to find some mental fortitude.
Is this the last spot they can get points to make it into the playoff?
They have one more Elite Plus at the Deglo.
Okay.
And then they move on to the playoffs next.
So this is the setup for the last tournament. You kind of know what you have to do at Deglo.
And speaking of the Tour Championship, the march to that Tour Championship in Virginia this year is coming to this. Top 18 FPO players, 28 MPO players automatically qualify for the Tour Championship. And at the MVP Open, the top 2 FPO players, top 4 MPO players not already qualified to compete will end up in that Tour Championship field. So, Nate, lots to play for, and like it says down there, every point matters. Down to Buckets, right side of the fairway on 1, his second shot to the green.
Don't love this. This is pretty skinny. Have a lot of room. It's going to fade out a little early. Yeah, it's a tricky putt right there. Low ceiling.
Is it even a putt?
Could not be a putt. A lot of times that cedar, players decide to just lay that one up.
You could tell that Joey was trying to really drag that one out and just put a little bit too much on it. That headwind gave him some trouble. Simon second.
No.
Did you see the way his wrist kind of flipped last second? He was trying to get extra cute with that one.
Certainly looking for some chains right there. I think making up for the conservative tee shot and paying the price early.
Robinson second, a little bit better spot.
God, he just buries these into the ground. I've always been so impressed with the way that Isaac uses the ground to control the distance. That time comes up a little short. Gonna have a C2 look.
Let's take another look at this Simon line.
Yes.
What do you think he's going for here?
Well, what Brian just pointed out right here is the language in the wrist, right? Last second, watch the way that Simon's going to get this nose up. He's going to get that, make sure to get that nose up at the last moment. See how he kind of drops it? There it is, getting back to get the nose just baby up. And that's ends up what costs him, right? The ceiling wasn't really in play in his mind at all. He's just trying to slow the pace of this disc down and make sure to give it a good run and not go too far past the basket. Gets a little too much air underneath the disc. And now he's outside deep C2.
Calvin's second shot, the eagle got him way up the fairway.
Probably pushing 475 with that eagle on like a half swing.
This one's so funny. It is not hard to get a 3 on this hole, but we see so many players in this exact position starting out with a 4 that does not feel good.
Simon, no choice but to run this.
Little flick of the wrist at the end, trying to give it a little sprinkle. Not going to happen.
Isaac also in a weird spot here, 40 feet. Interesting. Couple of misses. What do you see here, Brian?
I just see a missed putt. I thought the stroke was pretty good. When you're at that range, what do? You miss by a few inches?
Yep.
All right.
I think the miss was truly in the approach right there. And you were right, Brian. Joey did not have a putt on the other side of that cedar. And Heimberg with the lone birdie here.
Simon Lizotte going to tap in the par. As will Joey Buckets. They move on to hole number 2. Luke Humphreys going against his rival Gannon Berg. Gannon's taken a couple wins from him on the tour. It's time for some revenge on the other side of this commercial break.
Gannon's been doing this lately, showing up late, not throwing many shots.
This bag is lighter.
Very sturdy.
Comfortable.
It's beautiful. I'm in love with it.
I feel like I'm just gonna have this bag forever and it's never gonna fail me.
This is the Octothorpe reimagined.
When you think of Cincinnati, you might think of the breweries. Or the skyline. Yeah, that one too. But what about disc golf? Did you know Cincinnati was ranked number 8 in the nation? And since that list came out, we've had 3 new top-rated courses. In fact, we have 15 top-rated courses, and all of them are free to play. So save your money for the Pro Shop and plan your next disc golf getaway to Greater Cincinnati.
This bag
is lighter.
Very sturdy.
Comfortable.
It's beautiful. I'm in love with it.
I feel like I'm just gonna have this bag forever and it's never gonna fail me.
This is the Octothorpe reimagined.
Silva Saarinen.
Look at the display of touch from Silva Saarinen. The putter dead straight. MPO.
Right on the money.
Has a chance to connect, and she finds it.
This looks very good. That's the line right there. Oh,
for
come
Silva
on.
Saarinen.
Yeah, when she's dialed, she's the best.
Wow.
MPO champion Silva Saarinen.
Hello, we're Kenna. We're a Dutch
Back to
growing
the Disc
company.
Golf Network's coverage of the 2025 Disc Golf Pro Tour Match Play Series, Week 5 of 6. Joey Buckets, tee shot on 2.
Using all of the ceiling right there. Ideal tee shot up on the flat. He'll be looking at the chains from there. He's missed that tree, headed right for it. Clips it. That's a good spot though.
A little apology to the rest of the card. Got a little bit fortunate on that, but just getting up to that flat spot is prime real estate.
Inside with the destroyer. Knocked down early, well out of position for Calvin.
Just a chance to grab it like that.
He's climbing up that inside line.
Did you see how nose down that was? You could see the bottom of the disc when he was releasing
It's
it.
a mystery to me. At some point, I'm going to need you to break it down. Here we are, hole 2, unchanged over the past 4 seasons. We saw Calvin and Joey going for that flat forehand right here. You want to avoid this at all costs. That is costly OB. This is the one tree you need to miss. Simon missed it just on the inside. As we're cruising up here through the gap, we saw Isaac throw a beautiful nose down mid, hammered up the right side. If we freeze right here, the bottom of this hill, that's a good shot, but you won't be able to see the chains and you'll be throwing slightly nose up. If you get up here to this dance floor, you'll be able to see the green. You'll be throwing a little bit more of a flatter release. And if we keep flying through, this bush right here has kind of grown up over the years. So it even forces you to get a little higher. And as you approach the green, you just want to make sure to not hit with too much hyzer, right? You're going to try and match the slope up here. You come with an excessive amount of hyzer, you can skip, roll down and into the water. You want to kind of match the slope. Over the years, a big forehand or a big lefty backhand has opened up over the top to try and stick this sloped green.
It's beautiful. Fly through of hole number 2 brought to you by Zenni, eyewear for everyone. Heimberg, second shot, back in the fairway.
It's going to take this same destroyer, overturns it just a bit. And that's the type of aggression that we're not going to see too often in the stroke play. I don't believe Calvin's going to green light that tomorrow.
Simon up top. Lots of space right to throw the hyzer, but he's going to go straight.
That's early. Splits the trees once again. That's out in C2. This is a perfect spot.
That's the Joey Buckets that we saw last year who won this tournament. Confident, technical, soft landings.
Isaac almost threw it too far and has a little bit of a sloped run up. Makes quick work of it. Also out there 14 feet.
Gannon Burr, a Idlewild champion in 2023 and going on another historic tear at this point in the year. The man just won't take a break. We were talking about how incredible his season was last year. 9 wins, including a tour championship. This year, he's got a world championship under his belt, and he's still on pace, Nate. He very well could tie this pace or even beat it, rounding out the year.
He's a monster. He is the favorite at every single event until someone else can come and prove us wrong. We're witnessing history every weekend with this man. He is dominating a sport that you just don't dominate.
Well, right now, the thing that I really enjoy about him, and we'll probably talk about this throughout the weekend, is that he's found another wind. He's found another bit of motivation and confidence after the World Championship win. Calvin's third.
And another moment where you're just not going to see runs like that during the stroke play event.
It's going to be a tap-in par for Heimberg. Going to throw it down to Grant Zellner as we watch Simon Lizotte talk to us about the feeling down here on the ground on hole 2.
Yeah, guys, easing into it. The conditions are really varied. A lot of wind there suddenly as they teed off back on hole 1. Now very, very calm. So players getting used to that. Also getting used to the ground play here right now. The grass is pretty high in the fairway and very, very thick. I have a feeling over the course of the weekend, we're going to see some shots that we thought might skip out actually get held up by this grass, or as we saw on hole 1, we're going to see shots that we expect to skip up toward a basket. Instead, they'll get caught short, at least on these open holes. So we'll see how things go, but right now players getting into it.
Isaac Robinson grabbing the win back from Heimberg on hole number 2. They are 1-1, all square going into hole number 3. This man, best player on the planet, about to go off against Luke Humphreys on the other side of this commercial break.
Hello, we're Kenna. We're a Dutch growing company. We love plants and we want to tell you some cool things about them. Just like humans, plants can communicate. They can sense when another plant is close. Plants look out for each other too. They warn neighbors about nearby threats by secreting substances. And studies have shown that plants love a good tune. We love and understand plants. Let our passion excite you too.
I'm Logan Harpool with Team Dynamic Discs, and we are out here throwing the new Lucid Orbit Heist. So that, as you can see, has a ton of glide. It got a long turn, but the surprising thing is at the end of the flight, it does have a hyzer finish, so that stability at the end of the flight is great. I know I'm in a wide open field, but I would use this for long turnover shots that don't need to cut roll or land on an edge that I want to land flat. If you're looking for a disc that gives you the full flight in the shape of an S-curve, check these out today. Get yours today at dynamicdisc.com.
You play disc golf long enough, you can relate to this experience. You adjust your stance, you change your putter, you make all these little tweaks to improve your form. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to go back to fundamentals. That's exactly what we did with the Octothorpe. More stable, more refined, more features for the modern disc golfer. This is the Octothorpe reimagined.
Welcome back. Isaac Robinson, hole 3. All square with Calvin Heimberg. He goes roller.
The inside roller as well.
And I don't think he's too happy with that. This is a really long downhill par 4. Calvin forehand.
Love that, the way he got it to turn. Hammered it. That's pushing OB. And that's going to be a red flag. It's really tough to actually reach the forehand, to get the forehand to push long OB, excuse me. Might cause him to stable up over the next couple of days. Almost no wind out there right now.
Now Joey going inside. Love this hyzer flip forehand these guys are throwing. Joey right behind the short pad. That is perfection. Simon going roller.
Yeah, he won't have to navigate the Mando. Should have an open look from there over the Sawgrass. Here we go. I love this matchup right here, Brian. If you recall, Luke Humphreys had 2 historic runs for his first Disc Golf Pro Tour title last season. One at Waco. He was leading going into the final hole. Gannon goes on to birdie it while Luke bogeyed it. Gannon wins on that final putt, and then Beaver State Fling. Luke and Gannon are tied going into the 17th hole, the extended genius hole. And Luke makes the fatal mistake and keeps it OB. Gannon wins back-to-back tournaments up there in Oregon. I love this matchup right here.
And I think both of these guys know. Gannon brings out the best in Luke. And Luke, and you know, this guy loves going head-to-head. This guy loves playing for cash. This guy loves these types of situations. Isaac Robinson up ahead on 3, forehand. His second. Just fine. Conservative shot, middle of the fairway.
No?
Chance to grab a
I'm
par.
going to talk to the guys. Hello.
Hello.
Gannon has
1,
done
2,
a
3,
full
4. Luke.
Europe
I just want to
stretch.
make sure you guys have a good understanding of
Goes
the
from
rules.
the World Championship win to China, wins a gold medal in the World Games, comes back over with 1 practice round, grabs a Ledgestone title.
The groupings will alternate on every hole. So like if your match goes first, then you guys will go T2 on the next one. But within your match, whoever won the previous hole gets the box. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. As for rules, once the hole has been lost, pick up your disc. Do not continue to play the hole. That will be a stroke penalty on the next hole if that. So please just pick up the disc and move on when you're done.
I did it in our first match, too.
I think that's it. I'm pretty straightforward. You guys have any questions? I'll be walking with you, so if you have anything, let me know.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Silver.
Christine Jennings laying down the law. Buckets. Trying to capitalize after a good drive. That's going to be inside circle 1.
Makes it look simple.
When he first came around and was starting to play well, I still remember back to Kansas City Wide Open.
Yeah.
His forehand was the first thing that stuck out to me.
Just flat deliveries, threw a little hyzer flip off the tee and then a little Annie flex right there. And Calvin flexing that destroyer low in there. 34-foot look for the par save.
Look how overstable this thing was.
Right back on edge. You're not going to see a skip out of that thick grass too often.
Simon Lizotte, second shot. High side.
.28 feet left. That's what that roller will get you. You get it far enough up there and then curl up the hill. Kind of take the mandatory out of play. He can throw the wide hyzer.
Flying over the tee of hole number 1. Wind seems to be picking up a bit. Headwind on this tempting eagleable par 4.
Yeah, here it is.
Right? You're the highest? Duh. We weren't sure if I was higher seeded or Gannon.
Oh, goodness. Gannon.
I think by just like 40 or 50 spots, maybe.
Who goes out of us, Chris?
Anthony.
I believe you.
You. Yeah.
I have to go for the green, fair enough. You know I will.
Looks like that wind has kind of calmed
What
down a
else,
bit.
But do I look like the guy that lays up?
No, I mean, I was just... Wait, are we good to go?
No.
Oh, I thought it wasn't for you. Okay. All right. All go then.
And Schrader DD3 right there. Imagine he's going to throw a mean hyzer flip on the left side.
I love that he's telling Luke there's no layups in match play. I feel like Gannon would be the guy that would lay up in match play. Play to win at all costs.
He just wants to win.
The
He's
man
not here to
loves
entertain.
to win. But you know what? I think he is in the mood to entertain.
Cool.
I remember watching him after Idlewild one year throw max distance shots on this tee for over an hour with the fans late at night.
Nice.
That's a little too much.
That's pretty solid. But it's
Almost spin high.
It's going to be a pitch up. He was telling Luke he had to go for the green. I don't think Luke is one of those guys that can get to the green here. He's got some sneaky distance.
Here we go, D3. Flip and ride. I think I'm with you, Brian. I think if Humphreys choose this hole, he's going to do it from 60, 70 feet.
And he's going to play with that same cadence the entire day. Smooth, controlled. He's not like this guy. AB needs to get on the board. 0 points right now. Lost his first match. Now going up against Dickerson.
Love the shape. Just a little higher.
Thank you. Dickerson, he won his first match. He has 3 points. And you know, Nate, I've watched Dickerson eagle this hole.
Really?
And this was the hole where I realized how far Chris Dickerson could truly throw.
What year was that?
It was a few years back,
Yeah.
I think 2021. Robinson now up ahead on 3, approached the green.
Cool, so Calvin will have to make that C2 look to have the hole. Here he goes, dead calm. I mean, everything but in right there. This is tricky.
Not gonna grab the birdie. Simon to win.
Sipping up 24 feet. No way. Dribbles out. Isaac up 1. Joey Buckets up 1 on Simon after the circle 1 miss from both of them.
They're gonna head on to the challenging hole number 4. 722-foot par 4, water carry off the tee. Here's Joey Buckets. Got to frame this one up perfectly. Can't lake too far left.
Love that drift. Hasty shot.
And you saw how he prolonged the fade. You can't get that thing moving left. You have to throw something fast. You have to put some power onto it, but the landing is so prime. Simon going kind of a turnover line.
Kind of fell out of his hand a bit. It's a small difference right there, but a monumental shift in the angle. Simon will be pretty pinched, might even look high.
Well, that's the thing that you can do. You can throw a giant grenade. We've watched Kevin Jones do that.
I could see Simon go spike Annie. Isaac putting a little more pace. Does it stay in the air? Also going to be a really tough spot for the backhand. I could see the turnover working, but not to park the hole.
Calvin's off. A little bit too far to the right. How thin is that landing strip in the middle of the fairway? Where do these guys want to get?
It's 20 feet wide, and the closer you get to the tree line, obviously the wider that gap becomes.
Dickerson's second shot, 150 feet out. That's easy money. That's exactly how you want to start the day, especially with headwind on this hole. It's funny, you think about traditional golf, there's a lot of holes that you play as a professional that par is going to feel just fine. Not in disc golf. There are some holes just like this where you walk away with a 4, it's feeling like you've really failed.
It's a good point. There's only a couple holes out at Idlewild where you're like, okay, par's all right.
Yeah.
You know, the 5th, the 18th.
And frankly, sometimes even the 7th out here. You just want to stick one in play and
Yeah.
see what happens from there. Gannon with a long bid. He said no layups in match play.
Unique shape.
Well, just showing you again, Gannon has just gotten better and better and better. But right now, on pace with last season, 4.2 as his average finish. He already has 5 wins on the year. The man is doing things that I don't think a lot of people thought someone could do consistently in the MPO division with how much the bar rises year after year.
Such a young age as well. Writing history. Well, we saw the first card out. 1 birdie, 3 pars. We're looking at 4 essentially tap-in birdies here. Typically, hole 1 plays as the easiest hole on the course for the MPO.
And it should. It's a stock shot you throw in the field hundreds and hundreds of times a season. And a pretty simple approach. Now up on 4.
Angle is still there. Flexes it through. How short is that, Brian?
I think he's in prime position. I think
C1?
that's a solid place, yeah.
Joey.
And this is prime.
Yeah. A little bit of turn to that. He really does make it look easy off the cage for buckets.
Let's take a look at this again. You know, I talked to Joey yesterday, and I just asked him how he was doing. He posted some stuff on social media kind of talking about burnout and how he's just trying to find the fun in disc golf again. That's exactly the same kind of thing he tapped into last year. He came home after Europe. He saw his family. He's very close with his siblings. Recharged a little bit, and now he's back out here after a performance he's very proud of at the Ledgestone. 17th place, but he said he'd never even cashed there before.
Never cashed at the Ledgestone.
So on a good trajectory to defend his title. AB on 2.
Squares up the middle tree. Good reaction, though. Often those kick left, especially on the Annie backhand.
For MPO, I think there is salvaging. Even on that far sloped pin position, I still think he can get up and down for the birdie.
He's just going to send it. That little kiss right there is going to just drop him into a hyzer. He'll be pushing that OB line left, taking the broom with him.
Is he trying to prevent Gannon from doing it himself? I don't even...
And Gannon was throwing this function roller last year. Sticking to it.
This is a really understable driver that he's throwing a roller with here.
I think he would have liked to start that shot much wider. Let the disc work back over into the middle of the fairway.
Humphreys going sidearm. Yeah, that's crispy. That is crispy. Beautiful shot from Humphreys.
It's that exact shot and that exact D3 that led Luke to some of his better finishes last year. See, this angle is tight, Brian. Only a master could feed it through. Isaac Robinson.
Do you remember
Circle's edge.
that Champions Cup victory, hole 17?
Oh, 4 times in a
round.
row. The FX4, the green one.
Calvin getting sneaky down that right side. Green flag. crafty. Let's take a look at this again.
What gap did he go through? Biggest one. Punched it.
Well, we were talking about it this morning. Sometimes you see a gap and there's some branches and leaves. You just have to chance which ones you can blast and hit and still carry on. Sometimes you get an iron leaf and sometimes they cooperate with you. So what I'm talking about with AB's shot is he still has room to the right. Being left and far up the fairway is great on this hole because you want to give yourself a lot of green space to work with.
Is he going buzz here? It makes sense. Anything fast and it just risks falling over to the right. I think he's going to hit this way up here to the right like Brian's saying. No, he's going straight at it. Relying on this to flip up. This is gorgeous. Wow. The trust in that disc to just flip up and throw directly at the pin.
It's nice to have a disc that you know is not going to get away from you left. It's not going to hyzer out if you misthrow it just by a tiny bit. You're always going to get that forward push. And really for him, he went with the slower disc because he's going to throw it hard. You'd rather miss on the right side.
It wasn't the Melito, was it?
No.
Flippier.
No, that wasn't a wasn't one of those.
Cool. Chris taking a peek at his lie. He'll be able to get a swing off.
That's fine. He's going to have a bit of a tricky approach to this downward slope. He's going to have to really watch himself. Heimberg now on 4. Got it.
Oh, talk about pace right there. Lofty putt.
What an up and down from that right side.
Isaac just a step closer, also just outside the circle to have the hole. High side also catches.
And this is the kind of stuff these guys are excited about. This puts them in that direct competitive spirit, that coming down the stretch, that playing chess right off the top of the round. And Simon cannot make it happen.
2 circle 1 misses in a row for Lizotte. Looks a little confused. I think he liked that stroke.
And that's going to do it. Joey Buckets grabs another one. He is up 2 on Simon Lizotte going into hole 5.
This is where the roller ended up.
Nope. He's just making sure. Shot clock is rolling. Tricky shot.
That'll be close. That's going to be right on that OB line.
Ready? All right. Save this for later.
Well, what's the word? Is he calling him? Grant, what have you got for us down there? Is Humphreys just joking around with Gannon?
Yeah, he just fooling around, having some fun. Big smile on his face. Pulled out a real stopwatch, clicked it, watched it for a while, and then threw the yellow flag. 5-yard penalty or whatever. Gannon took it in stride and said he's keeping the flag for his own personal use later in case he has a reason to toss it back.
Isaac on 5. That is yanked off to the right side.
Gotta love it. Keeping it light out there for the match play. This is a big shot. One of the tougher birdies on the course at 430, especially when the wind's up. Today it's relatively calm. It's just such a fine line between flattening out or turning it too much like we saw right there from Heimberg and Robinson, and finding too much hyzer, finding that OB.
Buckets playing it wide, trying to get the check up, back left. That's not going to happen either. This hole has kind of withstood the test of time.
Yeah.
And the hole before that, it used to be that downhill par 3 to the island.
Yeah.
Back to back, really challenging par 3s. Now a little bit different layout.
See if Simon can make the correction here. Very aggressive line. Needs to get down quick. That's cooked. He tried to save it.
Well, Harry Chase already down there. Not sure if he's just going for a dip or he had a really rough round earlier in the day.
He threw a hyzer way out into the pond. There's that approach you mentioned, Brian. Dickerson makes quick work of that.
This is to win the hole. AB. Oh, heartbreak on the weak side. Take a look at this again. He's been automatic from this range, and that hit everything.
It was a little left side, but it's going to catch 7 times out of 10, especially when it falls down into the tray like that first. Gannon stayed safe over there, comes up short on the birdie attempt. And Luke played that over-the-top hyzer that you had mentioned. You said a tree had fallen and kind of opened up that line? And Humphreys misses the opportunity to take a hole on Burr. Here it is again.
Yeah, just another shaky weak side miss. But again, with the slope, with the water, and in match play, you can just lose the hole right there automatically. It's a different type of pressure. Dickerson taps in the par. I love Luke Humphreys with the shot clock, though. Unfortunately, the yellow flag is no longer in his possession. And some splits, and we're going to move on. Robinson, no problem. Tap in par. Buckets. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Still inside circle 1, but a little bit of work left. Galvin's chance for birdie just outside C1.
Great bid there. I think that would have stayed safe as well. Wow, 33-footer left. What a mistake from Buckets. That just can't happen. Simon can make this to win the hole.
And those are the shots, especially during the tournament. He makes that mistake this weekend, you're going to go to bed and have a nightmare.
Yeah, it's early in the round. It's hard to bounce back from that mentally. No, Simon can't find the stroke from C1.
Miss on 3, miss on 4, miss on 5.
Mm-hmm.
And back to the third, Gannon Burr.
This is that function again, super flippy. Started off a little more left.
Yeah, a little bit more space to work with. That's a solid shot.
He's still growing. Like he's
Yeah.
getting taller, it seems, still.
Well, he's got a few more years left.
20?
Couple more years left. Yeah, about 20. And Humphrey's going roller, hitting early, and that's got to sit down. He can go roller again and give himself a chance. It just depends on how aggressive he wants to be.
Got a Paul Oman sighting. Masters world champion.
AV going roller. Yeah, that's the shot. That's the shot. Way up the fairway.
If you guys did not get an opportunity to see that man, tall Paul Oman, take down the Masters world title, we filmed and broadcast it live as Dickerson going roller. The way that he controls it, you say idiosyncratic. The way that Chris Dickerson delivers those rollers, no one else does it like him.
And he can do it a lot of different ways. He can go the flip roller. He can lay down the stable, kind of Nate Sexton style roller. Got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Joey Bucket's now on 6, downhill par 4.
That'll be okay, but the nose is 2 up. You really want to drive that nose flat. You want to get past that tree right there and look at this favorable roll. That's a hyzer lane from there.
It is a hyzer lane from there. If you're on the left side, it still isn't that fun. Backhand can get you way down there.
Sky roller?
Yes, sir.
Dude, that was awesome.
Gorgeous.
Scary though.
And now Isaac Robinson. There's been a lot of questions from fans. There's a new graphic. You see the top right corner. You see left of Isaac Robinson's name. The number 3, that is his tour ranking, not world ranking. That is his Disc Golf Pro Tour ranking based on the points he's accumulated throughout the year. You'll see that for the rest of the season. Just a little education for you. Calvin.
Yeah, flippier eagle here.
You see that wind kind of pushing against it.
It messed with it. It turned it in a little too much angle, and that is a wonderful reaction off of that tree right there. That was in danger of finding the creek left. You might have called it, Brian. Another roller coming up here. We're going air shot, flippy D3, right over the crest of the hill. You can't do too much better from that position.
Especially going with the backhand. I thought the same thing. Ooh,
Oh,
little
he
yellow
called it
flag.
on him.
Could have me. Did I take that long?
Got to throw it down to Grant Zellner. Grant, yellow flag thrown by Gannon Burr. What's the call down there in the ground?
I may have to get back to you on that. It looks like maybe it was something of perhaps a foot fault. Not sure. I'll go and do some investigative journalism here and get back to you guys.
Overstable, swirly PD2 for Gannon, and you make the hole easy. You throw the roller up there, you climb the hill. We saw Simon had the backdoor hyzer. That's a chip flick right there. He's breaking the hole down.
Dickerson high side of the hill, his second shot. Just outside circle 1, uphill look, a little bit of obstruction, not too bad. AJ Risley in the background.
Isaac going to get aggressive here over the creek.
And the MPO runs this green a lot more than the FPO. And that's not going to be that 4. That's going to be a risky circle 2 look. It's got to be soft.
Not the worst reaction.
Well, this is an opportunity for Calvin and Simon to really make up some ground. Calvin down 1. This green has been like this forever. it's turf, but it's been worn down
Yeah.
over the years. This is such a fast green, surrounded by that OB Creek.
What a difference it makes to get this drive all the way up here, to be able to putt across onto the island. Calvin and Simon putting a lot of pressure on Joey and Isaac there. Chance to toss this zone in.
A little bit short. Still work left to do. Jacob Curtis on the bag. Now Robinson late circle 2 for birdie.
Oh, it was a must make and it just needed an inch.
Chance for Heimberg to grab that win back and even up the score. Buckets for birdie. 40-footer, 45 feet.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Birdie from the other side of the creek. This is one of the reasons I really enjoy this hole. There's still time. There's still hope to grab a birdie. If you don't throw a perfect tee shot, you can try to play chicken with the short side of the creek. Give yourself a circle 2 look.
Luke needs this. Finds the ceiling. Rolling back out to 45 feet into the sawgrass.
Got it! What a comebacker for Dickerson. Grabs the par. Same place as Buckets was. This is to win the hole.
He's got that little branch to deal with. Might have to flatten it out because of that. Yeah, he ticked the branch, powered through it, gets his first win on the third.
Yeah, and especially for the way he likes to putt. These kind of framed up, low ceiling putts, you can just stab one through. Well done. And this was the par putt for Humphreys after catching the canopy. And that is going to do it there for Luke Humphreys. Gannonburg going to grab the win. And again, these guys playing for position here. You see the point finally go up for Gannon Burr, and they head on to hole number 4. Heimberg grabs one back. Simon will grab one back. Actually, sorry, he will not grab one because of the circle 2 look from Joey Buckets. Thought he had one.
Big make.
Big make, especially with the momentum that Joey Buckets has. It's been a solid day for him so far.
And the golf kind of slows down as they head over to hole 7. Gaps kind of start to close in.
Yeah, hole number 7, iconic par 4. Daunting. I would say the second shot is more fun and crafty than this tee shot. This is one of the more nervy shots on the course.
Very nervy.
And a red flag being waved.
So you're headed straight to the drop zone.
And it's way back into the left. Robinson slamming a backhand nose down. That should be okay. There's so many exposed roots you have to watch out for. Confident Joseph Bucket's forehand is one of my favorite things to watch in disc golf right now. Such control.
Little detour. Simon really flippy. That's wide out of the hand. That's in trouble. He might even be safe over there. Birdie out of play.
AB on 4 now. This is leaking left.
It's a fine line. It could be too far left, or he could still have the angle. Might have to go anti-flick through the main gap.
Again, the green space is way to the left. It's very easy to throw a stock hyzer and put it in play, but you need to throw straighter than it looks off the tee.
Certainly too far left for Dickerson. Even bringing that left OB line into play.
And at Worlds, this disc for Gannon, this PD was beat in, and he was starting to get a little frustrated with how much it's been beating in, but for this shot, I think it's perfect.
Did he get an updated one yet?
That I don't know. I still think he's throwing this seasoned one.
Doing a lot of work for him here. Oh, and it's going to get kicked down before it fades back into the money zone. We saw the up and down is still possible from over there on the right side. The angles just tighten up a bit.
Humphreys getting some turn on that distance driver. That's the Luke Humphreys line. That is Luke Humphreys in a nutshell. Baby flex, drags the disc out all the way right, full flight.
And all weekend, you're not going to see too many shots better than that. All the way up into the tree line, smack in the middle.
No, actually I haven't. And now drop zone on 7 for Heimberg. This is his third shot.
This is a 360-foot flat rope. And he was 1 degree away from missing that tree and having that eagle skirt into the circle. So Simon did find OB. It's early instant bogey there for Lazat.
This is not Simon's day.
It was that footing you mentioned, Brian. Really tough. Skinny line for the backhand. Circle's edge.
Joey on this high side. You see that stump there? That tree used to be there and be a complete menace. And now you can throw right through it into the bullseye. Joey playing like the defending champion of this tournament.
Looks comfortable on a lot of these tricky holes.
Simon trying to throw in, put pressure on the bullseye putt. Got it!
Heimberg. Up and down from the drop zone.
Nice putt.
Yeah, it happens.
When his putts land, because they have this kind of quick drop at the end, they land, they drop like bombs into the basket.
Oh, I was right behind him in Estonia when he dropped that one in. Was that not one of the most electric moments of the season? Wow. Back-to-back C2 looks. Speaking of that moment, Isaac Robinson was jumping up and down seeing Calvin hit that one for the major. Going any spike right here?
You see the basket
vertical.
Tiny out from the distance.
Don't cut roll.
Not bad. Really not too bad. I've seen some players go Spike Heiser. I've seen some players go Grenade. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Gannon do something like that if he was farther back. AB on that left side. Again, slower disc, going mid-range. Slightly understable.
A lot to choose from. It's a done deal.
That's pretty. Inside the circle for birdie for AB. You just love watching his skill set evolve over the years. He was telling me this finesse-oriented play style happened a few years ago. He started experimenting with it because he wants to start throwing these touch lines to extend his career, actually. Gannon sticks one. Easy stock forehand inside circle one.
We're going to walk another 50 feet. Get to Humphrey's lie.
Ben Kenny on the bag. Mastermind behind these disc golf expos that have been popping up all over the country.
Oh, is that the guy?
This is the guy.
Very cool.
Another mover and shaker in the world of disc golf.
Is he from the Northeast?
That's at least where the very first one was from. Humphrey's playing a little bit of ultimate straddle forehand. No problem. Now we got a shootout from circle one for those two. And up to hole 8, par 4. Tricky angle off the tee.
Just a little sharp, but you have to love that ground play.
Well, and for a guy like Buckets, you want to be left. You want to have that room right to drag the flex sidearm again. This used to be a par 5. Players really started to figure the hole out, figure the shape out. Some trees came down. Now playing as a par 4.
Looking more and more comfortable with all the angles. Straighter Draco here. Fading out a little early, but it's past the grouping of trees.
And Dickerson for birdie, long range. And that's not going to happen. AB chance to take another one on Dickerson. And this would put them tied 3-3 in their pool. This would make things really interesting at the GMC. Gannon for birdie.
Yeah, first tester of the day.
Completely still air.
Stared it down for an extra second on that right side.
And Gannon, I remember a couple years ago, told me this is the range he putted exclusively from when he did putting practice. 30-footer after 30-footer after 30-footer. Humphreys not surprised.
Yeah, pretty clinical way to play the hole from Barella. Flat to hyzer, flat to hyzer. Luke bombing that D3 off the tee. Again, we're just not going to see too many drives better than that.
Got a bird. Got a bird.
Bucket's second shot. This is exactly what I was talking about. Plenty of room now on that right side. The basket, dog legs to the right, funnels in.
Yeah, it's a fine line to carve, just too tight. It's the common miss that we see. Little two turns there. And Simon has less of an ante out of the hand, more of a flat delivery here. And there it is. If it stays in the air, this is it. This is the shape, guys.
What a shot.
Back in the day, that used to be a putt for an eagle.
Well, again, that was an eagle, but remember how much more open this fairway is than in years past.
Back in my day.
You know, Nate, this was a course, you know, some of the earlier years on tour for both of us. It's a special place. It's a really great change-up amongst some of the other courses you play. You're coming from Ledgestone, playing Lake Eureka, the brutality of Northwood Black, and you get to play a familiar course that you've seen over and over again for almost a decade.
It's a different scale as well. You play Northwood Black. They're coming off the course looking like they've gone through the washing machine.
Exactly.
Like literally, it's 4 hours and change. Idlewild probably playing the course in just over 3 hours.
We're on hole 5, 432-foot par 3.
Looks like he's got a water disc. I've never seen this C-Line DD3 before. Just messing around out there. Like, you think I'm going to throw my PD2 in the water and match play? Come on.
Oh, but just a soft fade just outside circle 1, and this is going to be some great practice for Gannon.
Not bad for the first time that this is ever
I want to throw it.
Did you hear that? He said, not bad for the first time that disc has ever been thrown. Yeah, go ahead, Brian. Let's get Grant in there.
Well, yeah, I just want to know what the wind is, Grant. Can you tell us? It seems like it's calm, but then in some parts of the course, it picks up, and it seems like it's enough to affect.
You're exactly right. Some of these holes are a little bit more exposed to the north wind that we have. It's not a significantly strong wind, maybe more out of the northeast. There are some showers in that direction, so there's just some weather in the area. Nothing to be too concerned about, but it's just enough to move the air, and in some places on the course you feel it, and in others, particularly down in low areas, you don't, as AB off the tee, power forehand right up the edge of the water, knifing back into the one guardian tree, and he'll be in the shadow of that tree for his putt. Now Chris Dickerson looking at things. And again, we're in a low-lying area at the tee, but as the disc gains elevation, there'll be a headwind for these shots. Not a significant headwind, but enough to be concerned as this disc flips just a little bit as expected. It never pans out back down the hill. That's going to be a common landing area all weekend long, and we'll see what Chris Dickerson's able to do from up there on the hillside. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Grant. Up ahead, Joseph Buckets, third shot on number 8 after sawing off that forehand.
Ouch.
Oh, boy. And that is going to end it for Joey Buckets.
He kind of had to throw it in. Simon, 24 feet away.
And Simon right by the pin, putting for the 3. Isaac, long look for birdie.
What?
Oh!
What did he see up
What a
there?
circus shot from Robinson. Teardrop into the weak side.
We got to run it back. Okay, inside that first tree, outside the next.
He's playing ring toss. He just got a teddy bear from that one.
This is where it all started. This is where that like quick fire spin putt was born.
Nate, this is still his only Disc Golf Pro Tour win.
That's crazy.
He has 4 majors.
That's right. His brother has more.
And not to be understated, that was a solid bid from Heimberg, but it's not going to fall.
Okay, as Humphreys walks up to give this a little soft bid with the A3,
Hey, decent.
Anthony Barella's forehand is a cheat code in situations like up, down, left, right, L1, L2, forehand. Like, it was like a half swing Venom, and it's 440 feet.
As we watch Dickerson lay this one up, Nate, you know what's funny? I was actually surprised that he threw a power sidearm. It feels like all season you're like, oh yeah, he's going to throw the power sidearm. Oh, he goes soft, flip up, turnover, backhand.
Or just Luna.
He could have gone Luna left side, turnover for us.
He could have. He's got that chooser's paradox you always speak of.
And this is a tough putt to win the hole. Little bit of wind, right to left.
And don't tell me you don't remember that Grand Theft Auto Unlimited Ammo cheat code. They both got cheat codes. He's got a cheat code between the ears. AB's got a physical cheat code with that forehand. I guess essentially every aspect of this game is a cheat code.
This is for a good win here on 5.
Yep.
And that is going to be a solid pickup. Wins on 3, 4, and 5. AB starting to heat up.
I saw it skip in front.
But I could miss and roll.
Pick it up.
Okay.
Simon, talking about the scenarios, what if I do miss and roll into oblivion? Is it okay that I pick up? Let's take a look at this again. Oh, that is gross.
Doesn't give himself time to think about it. Sees the line, connects with it, lets it fly.
Isaac Robinson 2 up on Heimberg. Joey Buckets 2 up on Simon Lizotte. And we are truly in that stretch of the tour. Some gorgeous flowers that we are flying over. Sprawling park here, Idlewild Road Park. Hole 9.
Oh, it's inside.
That is not to be. Galvin, chance to get one back. I would still call that a chance. AB on the par 4 6th. 3 wins in a row. Roller.
Cruising past the main tree. Very similar spot to Simon.
He can almost jump putt that to the
I think
green.
he will.
That is
I think he will
way
jump
up the
putt.
fairway. I feel like it almost doesn't do it justice. It seems so easy for him. Dickerson looking to match.
Also a great shot. Love how they slide on their back like that.
Simon on 9.
Here we go. Little pixel turnover. Cruise long, needs some help, not going to get it. Those are tough putt down there with the ceiling coming back.
You lose so much ground. I feel like you want a flippier putter. Buckets going low. Skipping sidearm. I feel like it's easier to hit the brakes going sidearm on this one. You at least cut sideways. Back to Burr.
I haven't seen this disc either. I think it might be a newer function. That's how quick it's flipping. That'll play.
All of these are just fine. It kind of puts you in that touchy range just outside the jump putt.
Gannon might have to throw a little swing right there.
might be a little too much. We'll see.
Now that's when things get sketchy.
Well, it's tempting, too. There's no underbrush where he's at. There's a couple of 2-foot gaps. And he's got to act first. Now Robinson, long look on 9. That's going to be a par. Heimberg, chance to take one back.
Question is, does he have a ceiling? Had the window.
Simon's birdie chance. He's had some just overall shaky releases. You saw that one kind of just pop out of his hand right. This is to win the hole for Joey. Joey is up 3 on Simon Lizotte. Came into the day with just 1 point, tied for second place. And that would put him effectively over Simon Lizotte if he could take this win down. Calvin just looking to get on the board. He lost his first match. Yeah, Luke was just saying, I don't want anything to do with it. I think he got razzed by the drone. Walking up the fairway of 6, Grant Zellner on the ground. What's the vibe down there?
We're down in a low-lying area. A little rain shower has opened up overhead. Very, very light. Not enough to be too concerned about, at least not yet. I'm standing no more than about 50 feet away from Gannon. That's why I'm whispering as Gannon, with sort of awkward footing, but able to jump and get his power that way, trying to get onto the island, and does so with a green flag. Just about a drop-in really left for Gannon here, and an opportunity to get another on Luke. Back to you guys.
And I didn't think Gannon was going to be able to jump putt from there, but I was wrong. It's going to be a drop-in 3.
The self-proclaimed longest jump putter in the world.
I would have to think he's pretty close to that, if not the top.
Chris is so good at these half swings. It looks like a simple shot. It's not, especially to put it right underneath the bucket.
Well, because you don't get the full swing plane. You don't get the full coil. You don't have this mechanism throwing the disc. It's all touch.
Not too many players in that category. I think Val Monduhano is one that does that shot really well.
AB's second.
Sure.
I would almost say this is just carpet at this point. It is thin carpet. It used to, I think, be turf. Not anymore. Fast green. Tricky hole 10, Joey Buckets.
These are the lasers that Joey delivered all tournament last season.
This is another hole that's had some trees come down. It's been a lot easier than in years past. Still, one of the more daunting par 3s on the track.
Yeah, you're trying to throw a 400-foot rope through a 4-foot wide gap.
Humphrey's not capitalizing.
Yeah, you can tell he's just out of sync right now. Doesn't have the touch.
Isaac on 10.
Whoa. Don't see that every day.
You don't see that every day. He snuck up a pretty decent ways. I actually think he's in circle 2. Yeah. Circle's edge. That's fantastic from Calvin.
You guys can.
Yikes.
Look at the micro razzes going on there. Gannon said, oh, like, are you going to walk in front of my putt? Like, what's going on here?
Simon second on 10. Little forehand up the hill.
He was running it.
Robinson's birdie look, knocked to B. That's just got to sit down. Now a couple of birdie chances on the left side for another win. Got it. Sticks it again. Buckets is crushing Simon Lizotte right now. He is up 4. And this matters. I think we're going to see quite a few ties. When it comes to the 2 spots that move on to the championship, point differential going to matter a lot.
Calvin good for it. We'll get him back to within 1.
Back to 7.
Just under the ceiling. Prime territory, right where we saw buckets. He's going to have to hit that first gap right there. Look, there's really no other option. This is the gap right there. No other option. You miss it, you're going straight to the drop zone. Luke kicks down. He's going to get the red flag. It's a par at best, but we saw Calvin get the up and down. It's rare. It's 400 feet straight up that hill.
Huge wind drop from AB. That's got to sit. When you get past the upslope, it's smoother ground. The upslope itself, riddled with roots. You could hit it and cut roll way off the beaten path.
Chris going to slowly flip that up through the gap.
Up to the 11th. Short par 3, Calvin.
Not the route you see too often. Heiser, right side, playing the skip.
You know, I first saw Zach Melton doing this forehand down the right side. I feel like I've started to see more players do it as the years have gone on. We're going to see Isaac do the same thing. This is one of those holes you come back to and you just dream of dropping one in softly for an ace.
Do it.
Kind of almost like that. Beautiful shot. Joey showing up today.
Making the fairways look big. That's a misfire. This match is in trouble of an early finish here. Gets quite a bit of love. He'll have that to essentially have the hole. And Brian, why do you think it is that players like throwing the hyzer more than they do the straight shot as we watch Joey just fillet this?
It's a tighter gap, but you're throwing down. You're getting it down to the earth. And also, when you're spinning counterclockwise, you're playing down the right side. You could kick a tree, you're going to get pulled back to the middle. Whereas if you try to go straight at it, you kick something, you're going to kick way off to the left. And Nate, we were right there calling this action when Joey threw this to end the tournament.
Hits the bucket. Didn't even need to do it, just needed the par.
Showed off unbelievable poise. When the moments got tense, he rose up.
Under the branches. Won't forget that shot. How are you going to have 8 different champions in 8 years?
Humphreys from the drop zone.
Everything's just a little off today for Luke. Took some time off after the trip from Europe. Don't believe he played Ledgestone.
AB got to watch the height on this as well. Uphill lie.
Tasty.
Just love the way his game is evolving.
Are we not at fully evolved AB yet?
No,
We're
I
still
really,
cruising?
I really don't think we are. I really don't. I heard something from Ricky earlier this year. He did something with Tech Disc, and he was saying that he's kind of naturally throttled himself at 70 miles an hour. And I think AB over time is going to be kind of doing that as well. Dickerson second. This is prime positioning for the flick. Circle 2. Currently, AB and Gannon both 5 down through 6 as the strokes have it. AB up 3 on Dickerson, Gannon up 3 on Humphreys. We've seen a 13 down shot here. We've seen Micah Groff actually shoot a 14 under par in this course. See if he goes for the tight gap here. That's about 4 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful shot. It's going to be another win. Gannon's going to go up. Oh, Simon from the left side.
We've been waiting for him.
And I think we're kind of still waiting for him. That's a great get. But nothing except for really this putt has looked crisp for Simon today. And Joey has been capitalizing. It would have been brutal to watch both of these guys struggling in this match, not capitalizing. And Calvin is going to grab the birdie. Isaac from about 13 feet, his chance.
The one thing about that hyzer play is you take the ace out of the question.
You do take the ace out of the question. The spirit of the shot is gone.
Yeah. That's what they're giving you, right?
You
Sub
choose to-
250.
Yeah. You choose to not dream when you throw the hyzer down the right side. And Luke needs to throw this one in. And that is not to be. Gannon goes up a 4th on Luke Humphreys, who is yet to grab a win from him.
Oh. Had the weight, too. Was kind of done flying, started the drop.
And Dickerson, another one of those guys that has 2 or 3 different circle 2 putts. He's got that straddle jumper. He's got a really nice controlled shallow C2 stepper. And AB just continues on playing a course like Idlewild in a way that I don't think a lot of people in years past would have believed he could do.
Absolutely. And the way that he played the Cascade Challenge up there at Shelton Springs.
Big moment.
Yeah, you go 3 years back, there's no way AB's shooting double digits at a course like that.
Tee shot of 12, Joey Buckets.
Cruising way up there. Look, it's going to get a little tree love, too, and keep him in that left gap.
It's going to probably prevent the sidearm. He's going to have to go standstill backhand. Simon going with the backhand off the tee.
This is a trail for Simon. He's going for it. Oh, you just want to see that tilt a little bit more. Still made the Mando. Yeah, these just aren't placement shots, right? They are Calvin's ripping on this eagle. He's not worried about where he's landing. He's just trying to shape that fairway.
It's a little bit more subtle of a fairway. It bends kind of more diagonally right rather than hard 90 degrees. The tee shots have changed tremendously because of it.
Know how he does that. This is flying down the fairway. He's off to the left, but he's inside 200 feet.
Yeah, that's almost a jump putt. We might see that from Isaac if he has a lane. AB, chop sidearm on 8. Tricky par 4. Yeah, you see him get to that higher arm slot. These guys are going more overstable. They want to drag it left, let the natural stability kind of take them back. Backhand is just so unnatural on this tee shot. It's kind of a fun tee shot to throw.
It's a really fun tee shot. Scooping out of a steep forehand Annie.
You don't get many forced flexes like this,
No.
backhand or forehand side.
Not this touchy. They're just trying to throw 300 feet. It seems every person in the field has this shape now. Like there was a time where people were impressed with this shape. Like, oh wow, you made it go left. Those days are gone.
Oh, long gone. And these guys can all also throw the hyzer flip sidearm. It looks like Luke maybe a little mentally checked out already.
Yeah, he's ready to get back to Hogan, call it a day.
Heimberg, sidearm, second shot.
Yeah, still in business here. Straight Toro. Oh. Hammered it. Started a little too wide. I like the thinking though.
And that lie looked a little nefarious for Simon. Tricky backhand now for Buckets. That's going to put him right at the edge of circle 1. Haven't even gotten to Isaac's second shot. Back to Calvin.
Yeah, he kind of needs to throw this in, and he gave it a great run. I imagine Isaac has just a little toss left for the up and down. And what a drive. You're kind of breaking the hole.
Well, this leads me to believe that with the right shot and the right look, you can get yourself inside circle 2 and have a look to eagle this hole.
Oh, hey.
Humphreys roller on 8.
Got it.
Almost.
You seen that often on the second shot here?
It's a prayer, but it's possible. I mean, the shape is there.
Take a look at this again. Was he clean with this? Ooh, that was not what he was looking for.
Split that
If
tree
it was,
right there.
If it was, I'm not going to count it out.
Look, he's having fun of me. If he starts this wide on the cut, it can absolutely roll and curl around.
Luke Humphreys walking with his caddy, Paul Oman, throwing it down to Grant Zellner. Grant, Gannon Burr putting down a heater of a round, making it tough on Luke. What's the feeling between those two guys today?
Yeah, I think it's right to say that Luke is checked out just a little bit. He's still treating every shot as a practice opportunity for the weekend, though, so not being a grouch, not taking the vibe of the card down, really being a professional and laying down some pretty creative things here over the last couple of shots just to see if he can do it, including that roller just now. Up to you.
AB, a little straddle forehand. This is pretty. Got him a little bit too early. The line was right, just clipped something late.
Yeah, you want to see that drift just a bit.
Simon's birdie look on 12. Joey buckets another chance to win and increase the lead.
Nose down, driven home. We're just one hole away from a dormy situation in the Buckets-Lizotte matchup.
You know, sad to see Simon having kind of a tough day, but Joey, if you look at his season stats, he's had a rough year. And I've talked to him multiple times throughout the year, and it wasn't all puppies and rainbows for Joey. He said this has been hard for him. Being on tour full-time, going over to Europe, it's been draining. He's been homesick. He got to go back home. He recharged. He saw his family. This is the focus, Joey, I want to see.
FT3, is that pushing too far left? Just is going to stay outside the circle. It's a fine line. A couple feet from getting back on hyzer, skipping into the circle.
Dickerson flex sidearm. That's also not going to happen.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that about Joey. Burnout is a really difficult feeling to overcome mid-season.
Isaac on the Y hole, hole 13.
At some point, Brian, you're going to have to break it down to us how Isaac is able to get back on plane and deliver those kind of nose-down flat shots. Does it better than anybody else in the game. Calvin cruising through the gap, matching the angle.
I love this hole. It's kind of a natural mandatory. You're not going to get to that spot without splitting that kind of slingshot V of that tree. That's pretty. Way down there
Cruising
for
way
Simon.
Up there.
Oh boy. Yeah, Luke is going through it right now. Tough
He's
hole.
Almost throwing in the towel at this point.
Pretty decisive matches right now. Dickerson down 4, needs to make something happen. That'll be just fine. Best match of the day happening in the Robinson-Heimberg match. 5-3 currently. Now AB to go up 5. Outside C2, big slope behind the green. And again, like you said, he might not be running that with as much intention as he is today. He's got some strokes to play with.
Yep.
And Humphreys, that was a par putt from 60.
Gannon just gets to lay this one up.
Yeah, but then I'd have to run it. Okay.
That's right. Run the putt for the people.
Luke's messing with this man today.
Hey, he misses the putt.
Look at that face.
Rolls down the hill. Oh, that is funny stuff.
You have to love this sport and the place it's still at.
Love it.
All right, now you can pick it up. Yeah.
No. It doesn't. Not at all. It definitely was.
Luke just defrosting a little bit after taking a break after the World Championships.
Is that what he said? Last round of Worlds, he didn't play Turku, didn't play Ledgestone, went down to Hot Springs. He got engaged.
Yeah, congratulations to Luke and Angie.
Joseph. What a day, man. It's the type of play style that reminds me of Isaac Robinson, where when it's done right, it makes the game look simple.
Forehand from Isaac. Little short. Opportunity for Calvin Heimberg. And this is touchy. He's going to have to get it to flex back right.
Yeah, still going 9-speed here. He's got a little backstop over here. That's money.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot. Simon has to get up and down here, or the match could be coming to a close for him. And there's that range.
He's good for that. He has to be good for that.
Nate, he missed on 3, he missed on 4, he missed on 5.
Another one? And it's an identical miss. He had one earlier in the round. It's the top nub. It's not even the top of the rim. It's the top nub.
Wow. Gannon short par 3 on 9.
Just a little drag of the toe to kind of slow the whole stroke down.
Well, yeah, we were talking about a guy like Silver Lott, world-class forehand thrower. He steps through with that off foot. But then you got guys like Gannon, Adam Hammonds. They're kind of anchoring that back foot on the ground. And that is C1, no problem for Humphreys. Chance to get on the board.
Going a little straighter there, right? To not just hyzer off. Lets it flip up, do a little bit of the work to match the hill late.
Yeah, you come in with too much pace on the forehand and you're screaming off to the right. Dickerson, same line that got him the ace.
Oh my gosh. Almost got it off the kid. He's gonna have to put a mask on 4 times.
And that was close. And you know what? Here's the line. Putter turnover. If you're running the ace on this hole, that's what you're going for. So close. And let's run it back. James Conrad in 2019 with Greeny. Old trusty.
It's so flippy.
Just a mangled AVR straight into the cage.
Mangled. It turns into a flick. It hits with so much angle.
And this is a hole that every year somebody seems to get.
Chris's form is identical. This is 4 years ago. And this is my favorite part. Check this reaction. Yeah. Oh, we're good. He's got the mask on.
Man, what an era that was. And this is what's impressive about this tournament. The way it's positioned on the tour, we've played every year since 2017, even in 2020. And Simon tapping in. And we are entering a dormy situation. 5 down, 5 to play. Given that he makes this putt. And that's going to do it for Joey Buckets.
Right, opportunity for Humphreys to take his first. First, we'll have AB from a knee just outside the circle.
So nice.
And Grant, we haven't really felt wind all day outside the first. Have you heard from anyone on the ground? Are these the conditions we're going to be expecting throughout the weekend?
I haven't heard anything definitive. Things at this part of the country and this part of the year always seem to change day by day. I do know that it should be warmer over at least a couple of the days yet to come, and that is significant because of the humidity. Just a few degrees warmer than it is right now, or direct sunlight, would make things pretty uncomfortable in these areas in the woods where the wind just does not filter through.
This card moving on to hole number 10, but now we are in a dormy situation. He's up 5 with 5 to play. Simon needs to win out to force that tie. And all the way down the fairway on 14.
I like it. Rather push straight than hyzer early. Simon's going to improve on this line. Identical place. We saw Owen get up and down from right behind that big tree with the flex over the creek.
Heinberg not looking crisp. Still in the hunt, though, just one off. And that's the break he needed right there. Isaac way off the fairway. Backhand of this shot is so difficult. AB on the tricky 10th.
They're trying to throw it. It's like 6 feet across. I think it's 360, plays like 400.
It's definitely a little bit more open now. It's still so tight. It just makes you laugh at what the hole used to look like.
Yeah, there were those early gaps, like almost right off the tee. There was one right in the middle. And you can see that stump right there. That used to be a big tree about 4 years ago.
Dickerson kicking early. It's so much straighter than you think. Gotta get this thing up to flat, ride it forward, hopefully get a flare and put yourself into some sort of position. Luke, still alive.
Oh, yeah.
Get through everything.
You're alive.
And here we go.
Follow that, bro. Follow that.
I will.
I think now would be the time to get the yellow flag ready.
I was waiting for another shot clock. Not that I think Cannon has been taking too much time. I just like the comedy.
And here we go. Chance for Luke to grab one back. If he can pull within 3, this is very much a ball game that can be won by Luke. Heinberg on 14.
Still at the top of the hill. How far left did Isaac kick? Look at this.
I love the types of discs that Isaac chooses for sidearm. Wicked overstable.
Yep.
No nonsense whatsoever. This thing's not going to glide.
This is touchy. He's playing the wide hyzer. Skips just on the other side of the creek. Well executed. tie-dye one for years.
It's kind of a grab bag back here. Looks like he's going to go hyzer sidearm.
Opportunity.
AB, second shot. Kind of a weak shot up to the pin.
Guess something way farther away than I thought.
Opportunity for Dickerson.
Want to use mine this week?
Third shot for Isaac. Oh boy.
Just wasn't in the field of view.
Chance to put some pressure on. He does. Tap in 3 for Dickerson. AB now has about a 30-foot uphill putt to push the hole and keep the lead at 4. Simon can keep things rolling. He's got to win this hole.
Massive tee shot. Rarely do you ever get that clean of a swing on your second.
Joey's third.
Good bid.
Hologram. Right over the top, maybe?
I love that Joey, the guy in the lead, is trying to throw in.
Trying to end the match right there.
Easy money for Gannon, up and down for 3. But here is the chance to take another one. Got it! Circle 2 stepper, the Luke Humphreys special. He's going to be 3 back of Gannon Burr. Plenty of golf left heading into number 11.
Gannon likes it. He's like, let's go. I didn't want to walk in the park. Oh, Gannon's like, that's kind of filthy.
Grant,
look at that guy.
We're seeing some dread on Gannon Burr's face. How has the energy shifted on the ground?
They're having a lot of fun. They're making faces at each other, smiling, talking between holes. Luke has a great ability to bring that out of guys like Gannon. And not that Gannon isn't a bit of a clown himself when the moment calls for it. So these guys are having a good time. And like I said, they're both in a bit of a mindset of getting ready for the weekend by having to throw pressure-packed shots here on what would normally be a practice day. Good stuff.
Up ahead, Robinson. Chip shot up to the green. And now live on the green. Joey Buckets got it. Simon needs to make this putt from about 20 feet if he wants to keep the match going. So step 1 complete. He's now 4 with 4 to play.
That was Calvin to win the hole. Back to all square. Most compelling match of the day.
Yeah, both of them having some moments of brilliance and also some really rough mistakes as well. Calvin showed some serious resourcefulness. Started off the day with a nice win on 1. Humphreys on a hot streak.
A3 up the middle. Oh, and a little kiss, and into the circle it flies.
That's a kiss.
Gannon can't let this one slip.
Come on. Get it. You did it.
That's it. That's it, Brian. Let's go! That's a hole in one!
Let's go!
Record that real quick.
Oh my goodness.
So I just threw out a $500
Right
value
here
for
on
an
the
ace
Disc Golf
run,
Network.
and #1 player in the world, Gannon Bird.
Let's
just
go.
hit it. Let's go.
Nice, dude. I've never been able to do that. Like aim for it and try to make it.
You were like, should I go for it?
Oh my God.
And that's why you buy a ticket to come out here and watch the match play. What a shot!
On command.
That's amazing.
Hole's over.
All right, make him split it.
Stack it.
Split it. The hands up.
Wow, basket high. Good bid.
That just wasn't perfect enough.
Just feels so special when you see it online the whole flight.
That might have been the most perfect line of an ace that I've ever seen.
It was, I mean, we were right out of his hand. We were calling it.
Chris.
Just a little kiss.
Bottom page ever so.
Oh, man.
There's some highlights right there.
Give me a match play event with 18 of these holes. That's what I want to see.
Bag.
Straight to
just
Waffle
put
House.
tattoos.
Cash out.
Straight to Venmo.
Venmo.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And where else would you go? Where else would you go? Look at this shot.
Just never left it.
Smothered,
Look, he put
covered,
his hands in
peppered,
it.
and chunked. What a shot.
Look at him put his hands up. That's it. And it sticks.
Man, that fan just got the video of a lifetime.
That
World
is-
#1 after an ace at likely his home course.
Cannon's like, all right, man. Good for you.
Ooh, and some positive vandalism. We love that.
What's the date?
21st.
Is that 8?
Understandable. Very easy to lose track of time when you're out there on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. You never really know
Easy.
what the date is.
Don't know what month, year.
Nice.
It's all a blur.
Go get you some Waffle House, my friend.
Because he went MD3 right there. He sped it up.
Oh, that was so pure. Sorry, Luke. Can't catch a break, my friend.
What am I supposed to do? What's a man supposed to do?
I don't think there's much you can do.
Back up ahead, 15, Calvin Heimberg. He's all square. And that's going to make the birdie tough. Better on that left side than the right.
Flayed. You'd like to see him get up onto the next tier to make that turnover easier.
Calvin's got to win this hole too. And that is money from buckets. A tie is going to win the match for him.
Grant, we're getting word of a bounty there Talk to us. What'd you hear?
You're exactly right, fellas. A spectator who apparently had done this at least once earlier in the week put an impromptu bounty on the hole just before the group tee it off. Said $500 if anybody aces this. And in a matter of about 45 seconds, give or take, somebody did. And then, of course, the news filtered through the rest of the crowd. So far, the quote of the day, Luke Humphreys, walking by me a moment ago, says, "I got a turkey, and I lost the box. What am I supposed to do?"
AB after a pretty solid tee shot. Hard to follow up Gannon's shot.
Yeah.
Sweet moment.
You always got to pose next to the basket with a 1.
You mind if I grab one?
Really satisfying to be right behind the tee, watching it fly into the chains.
Calvin now on 15, second shot, little bit of a lane.
Get some tree love? Sure does. Circle's edge.
That was a much more pure lane than I thought from where he was at.
Yeah.
Actually, might have been a better lane than where Isaac is. Uphill run up. Yeah, there you go. Chance for Calvin to strike back. Circle 2, look for Isaac. Simon right there, a birdie for Buckets, seals the deal.
Oh, it's gonna fade right.
And
Not
just
too far though, 20
a
feet.
hair to the right. That's for the win right there.
Gotta love that. Close it out on the side on the 15th. Here we go, PD2 on Heiser, cruising around the corner. Get that forward skip. Tucked up against that tree. He'll have the same little awkward lie we saw Buckets with earlier. And driver just seems to be the play here. Humphrey's not turning that one out of the hand.
Oh, that's going to be messy. Surprised he even snuck that far long. AB going to go power forehand. He's going distance driver.
Yeah, there's no placement in this shot whatsoever. It's just hammering it around the corner. You're more than cutting the hole in half right there. He's got 220 in.
Man, this shot used to be so different when the shape of the hole was different. The basket was placed in a little bit different spot. Players trying to throw that hard skipping forehand around the corner, now pushing it with more distance.
Let's get back on Heiser.
No, that's a mismando.
Missed mandatory. Headed to the drop zone.
And Isaac for the birdie. He's all square with Calvin.
He's been fire from that range. A couple of them off the top nub and a couple of them driven home.
That just looks so physically competent.
The wrist finishes down and into the bucket. The disc just follows.
Now pressure on Calvin.
And the pressure causes him to push it high. Turns it around. Buckets for the dub. Oh, and he sneaks it in and gets Lazat. He starts his title defense off with a match play win on Thursday.
Well, Simon was in the lead in his pool with 3 points. Isaac and Buckets had only 1. Calvin at 0. With that win, Buckets jumps him in the standings.
Wow.
With 1 match to go at the GMC. Huge victory. taking a look at the updated standings. 4 points with a +3 point differential. That is getting the job done. And again, I have a strong feeling point differential is going to come into play.
Well, I think it already is, Brian, because if Calvin, even if Calvin wins this match, look, he's down 3 in the hole differential, and Simon's even. So Calvin's got to at least win by 3, which I don't believe he can do at this point. So I think Simon and Joey are in. And excuse me, unless Isaac gets to 4 points as well.
Yeah, we got a couple more matchups coming up to shake things up in Vermont. Now Dickerson for the drop zone. Decent. Just trying to go a little bit flatter on that shot.
Humphrey's pushed way off into the rough. Has some gaps to choose from. Oh, he liked it.
Sounded like
was following it.
Driver.
Look at this.
In China, there were a lot of short par 4s on the course, and my co-commentator, who is a longtime professional broadcaster, never seen disc golf before, was just marveling at how far Gannon was jump putting and dwarfing these courses.
He's like, wait, why aren't other people doing this shot?
And I had to tell him, because they literally can't. This is maybe one of the guys that can. This is a mid-range he's jump putting with, or just standing putting. Golly. And this is another evolution in Anthony's game that I think is here to stay.
Yeah. Flippy mid, he just put there. Isaac gonna get on top of this and just hammer it. Needs to swing back quick. It does. You'd rather be left. It opens up more of an Anheuser angle to get the distance to attack for the 3.
Always seem to have that crosswind shoving the flight plate down. Very easy miss to swing it too far to the right. And this is to have the hole. Got to throw this in. Gannon's at 11 feet. And no dice. Second shot, Calvin Heimberg.
All Heiser playing short of the creek. Playing pretty conservative right there.
How many guys up the fairway are actually running the green itself here?
I think it depends on the situation, but half the field, I would say, is playing for a 35-foot putt.
Could it be more perfect of a conservative play? Maybe by 5 feet.
That's the shot right
That's
there.
That's the shot.
Okay.
And Luke says, no worries, pick up. Forehand and then a jump putt with another driver. Anthony Barella commanding lead, 5 shots over Chris Dickerson. Gannon Burr, 4 over Luke Humphreys. Joey Buckets, all done in his match with Simon Lizotte. Got the job done today. 6 decisive wins on the day to Simon's 2. And Robinson Heimberg down to the wire right now on the 16th.
Oh, just dropped out on him. Big opportunity for Robinson here. Circle's edge. He just connected from 55. Not happening for the Eagle. This match is still open.
Back to 13. that's going to be a forehand. Another shot way up the fairway on that downslope.
Get out of that.
Pretty straight.
Gannon wins this hole. It's over. Same for AB.
Well, Gannon is in a prime position to do exactly that. Luke a little bit pinched off.
Situation like this, Brian, how far up the fairway do you feel AB's looking? Do you think he's looking at the gap or thinking about how this disc is going to finish?
Well, you saw his hips open up a little bit. He kind of popped a nose up and floated that kind of soft flex. I don't think he was trying to throw too hard, but for him, that's still plenty. Just like that, the hole is effectively over.
It's
on
kind
13.
of a wrap for Dickerson.
Yeah, you hit early, and that's just brutal. Calvin for birdie.
Oh, that was a big miss by Robinson. That was to go Dormy up against Calvin. And now he's just up 1 with 2 to play. Nothing's guaranteed on the 17th. Dicey little creek running through that fairway.
Another hole that's been the talk of the tour for years to come.
Now, if you're Robinson, what are you playing here? Are you playing right side for the putt?
There were times that I played down the right side. There were times that I threw straight at it and tried to ace it.
Chill. Oh, that's creek.
That's creek. It's going to be inside the circle.
So I imagine Calvin's playing the flick. He's going to go Draco. Oh, no, he's
going a little slower.
Yeah, he's got the Toro. Still, I think, going to play that right side. Not going to try and park this hole.
It seems like a lot of guys are trying to go for that right side, give themselves circle's edge. Flawless. Absolutely flawless. He went with the slow disc. He threw it high, just wanted to crash it. Because, again, you hit on angle with the driver here with too much pace, you're pretty much flipping a coin. You very easily roll into the water. Dickerson's second on 13. Needs to at least tie this hole. And hopefully be in position to get down to par. Grant, down to the ground. What are these angles like for these guys that have gotten up the fairway off the tee?
Yeah, this is an interesting hole. The larger gaps, if you can call them that, are off to the left and require a sweeping shot going out to the left and then sweeping back in from that side. There are other gaps up the middle. There's also a downed tree that's been cleaned of its branches that obscures about the right half to 2/3 of the fairway. Not too far from the basket, but that's going to eat up anything that's lower. And we saw that happen this morning.
Wait,
A lot of creativity necessary on this shot, pretty much no matter where you land your drive. Up to you.
Who's the 404 number?
Just a little half swing on that right side. Playing around this, playing the little flex right there.
Luke pinched up against that right side.
You have to assume Gannon's going to get up and down as well.
Yeah.
I think he's Got no choice.
Wow,
Sure
what a
does.
shot.
Bullseye.
All right. Come on, nephew.
Take a look at this shot again.
Look at that. Little Tony Hawk off the tree branch.
Yeah, it's just fine. Gannon, jump putt. How is he jump putting from here?
Yeah, that's not guaranteed. Tiny little gaps.
Shut up. Come on. Oh my God, luckiest player ever.
He's got to watch out. Someone's going to change a rule, and no one's going to get to follow through on their putts or their throws.
Yeah, Anthony Barella is going to join the PDGA board. Change the rule.
You now have to display balance on every shot. This needs to go in.
Honestly.
And not to be for Dickerson. And more than likely AB, a commanding win. And this is to win the hole and go into 18 all square.
Oh, yeah. We're tied up. First match all day. You get to see play hole 18, and they're all square.
Well, Calvin needs the win here. Calvin is at 0 points. Isaac's at 1 point.
Okay.
A draw is going to bring them to 2-1. Calvin can jump him and take a lead by 2.
Okay, so if Calvin loses, is he essentially done?
It would be near impossible for
Okay.
him. He would be effectively out of it. But if he wins this, he puts himself in a great spot. He has another good performance in Vermont. That could be punching his ticket to Hornets' Nest.
You're gonna let me
Dickerson concedes the hole. AB takes it.
3, 2, 1.
He actually tried to knock it out.
And that is going to do it for AB and Dickerson. What a commanding performance for AB. Gannon and Luke fighting. It is a dormy scenario for Luke Humphreys. Anthony Barella, after a strong win over Dickerson, he's down with Grant Zellner. Grant, take it away.
Anthony, a pretty commanding victory today in match play, a very different format than the rest of the weekend. So what can you take away from this?
I tried to play pretty safe today and just play smart golf, and my sidearm feels really good right now. I worked on it hard yesterday and got it pretty dialed, and I got my boy Cupcake on the bag, so we're going to be dangerous this week.
Did you take any real risks out there today that you may not take tomorrow, or has the game gotten to a place where risks you take in a day like this, you're going to have to take if you want to win in stroke play as well?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't take any risks besides that ace run on hole, the bounty hole. One of the fans put up a bounty, and we all just ace ran it. But other than that, just throwing whatever shot is the highest percentage, what I'm most comfortable with, and just going to keep rolling with that.
Congratulations. Great day today. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
To the 18th all square, Robinson, Heimberg.
Yeah, how straight can you get this arrow to fly? And that one, you could tell he looked right down at his feet. Footwork wasn't right. Almost felt like he should have pulled off that, and that's not a good spot.
Big chance here.
Look, Flippy Eagle needs to drift. What a kick. You can still get up and down from right there.
You can absolutely get up and down from right there. And like I said, that's what we're playing for right now. A chance for Calvin to jump Isaac Robinson, tie Simon Lizotte. Point differentials in Lizotte's favor, but it levels out the playing field for when they go head-to-head in Vermont.
Isaac's par at best up there. Oh, this is tough. How aggressive does he get? Pushes that right side. Really well thrown. Out to the front of the mouth. Par well in play.
And here we go.
Overturned.
Overturned, low ceiling, circle two's edge.
I don't know if there's a make over there. I think this all depends on if Isaac can get up and down.
And we're going to take another look again, but this is really just overturned.
Yeah. Just, I don't know if it's the wrong disc choice. I just think he meant to hit it a little flatter. He kind of got it a little past Annie to start.
It's not at all the wrong disc.
Yeah.
I think really that's the one he drags over on those long turnovers.
This isn't guaranteed. That's low, Brian. Oh, and look at that. Just kind of hover into the circle.
Well, this up and down is Calvin to stay alive. The push keeps him in it. But, man, a win would have been so much better. He needs to hit this putt. 1 point for a tie, not going to do him any favors.
How's he going to send it?
I don't know. He doesn't
Onto
stab
the
it
stomach?
the same way.
Onto the stomach, kind of spin, or
He
like almost
never
a throw?
spin putts. I've never seen him spin
Yeah.
putt.
Oh, he's going to flick it in. He's going to try and flick it. He knows. 52 feet. Started out online.
And that's more than likely going to be a tie for Calvin and Isaac. Isaac survives, takes another point. Dormy situation for Humphreys.
That was pure.
Not looking good.
You have to get it inside the.
I agree.
Once you passed that last year against home.
Yeah, after that.
Humphreys needs to win.
Yeah, straighter D3 for Luke. Hits it on Heiser. It's going to drift up for him. Beautiful skip. Down there where we saw Lazat. Both of great shots. Great chance for birdies for both Bird and Humphreys.
Well, he's going to watch Gannon get up and down, and it's going to put Luke in that scenario to throw in and try to grab the two.
That's right. He needs a win, not a push.
And that is going to do it. Calvin remains in fourth place in his pool with 1 point. Isaac going to grab that 1 point in third now as Buckets jumps Lazat to take that first place spot. Greg Diaz with the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Lifeblood of the operations crew. So much hard work put in to make these events run. And there is your Group D standings. Anything can happen. Calvin's going to be playing Joey Buckets at GMC. A win for Calvin puts him at a tie. These top two spots not guaranteed for anybody right now.
Compelling group. Everyone's in it. This could be our last couple shots of the day, Brian.
Humphreys' second shot.
So he's going first. And try and throw it in? Has to.
Yeah, you can't think that Gannon's not going to get up and down. A great shot.
Indeed.
I mean, we might see Gannon jump putt the driver again.
Luke didn't roll over, give up. Gave us a show. Got a couple birds in a row on Gannon, 9 and 10.
Oh, he doesn't even have to jump putt the
No
driver.
way he jump putts this. match continues, Brian. We're still playing.
Well, hang on. He can make this.
Look at him. Look at him. He's going to send it.
You better watch him out before I drain this in the face.
Come on now.
I can use the driver. Why not?
He can throw this in and win the match.
Skip it.
Humphreys is going to take the birdie, or at least has a chance from 13 feet. And they live to see hole 15. Paul Oman is delighted.
I didn't get to finish my statement earlier. If you did not watch Paul Oman take down the Masters World Championships at Blue Ribbon Pines, it is honestly one of the best things that the Disc Golf Network has ever broadcast live. Check it out. Dutch Napier, Joe Revere, Cale LaVisca, Paul Oman from the chase card.
There he is. And here we go, moving on to hole number 15. Quick break here on the Disc Golf Network. On the other side, more tall Paul Oman.
Vendor, keep everything nice and clean. I hate mud. Way easier to clean the fenders than it is to clean your cart. On the LG backpack cart, these help keep your bag off the wheel.
Also, no sticks get in the spokes and flip you over.
Fenders, keep your equipment clean.
Keep your cart nice and clean when you're playing muddy rounds.
You want to get a little mud on your tires and not your cart? Throw these on there.
What is the simplest way to improve your disc golf game? The answer, learn from the very best. Paul Ulibarri, Simon Lizotte, Ezra Aderhold, and Holland Handley. They're not just players, they are your elite coaches guiding you every step of the way. The Power Disc Golf Academy is the premier online disc golf academy with over 150 on-demand lessons that are specifically designed to improve your skills right now. So what are you waiting for? Join today at powerdga.com.
On to the 15th we go. There we go. Tall Paul Oman carrying the bag today for Humphreys. He's going to go with that flippy or D3 once again. Up on the dance floor. Top tier.
There's a lot of trees in between. And where he needs to get.
This is Gannon Strader DD3. Got this one in the bag, I think. Second season at least, second full season.
It's a decent spot to be. He's got some space.
That red tree could give him some trouble on the angle. A lot of history on this hole. I remember Kev Jones having trouble with this hole, and Zach Melton was making a pretty historic run at the Idlewild title and found trouble over there on the right side. Couldn't get out of it. Ended his run.
Just a gorgeous, serene drone flyover of a course that a lot of players find a lot of serenity in. It's a stressful tour. Coming out to a place like this, yes, there are some stressful fairways, but it's truly a fun place to play this game.
Going A3.
This is do or die for Luke, and that is not going to be it. He needs to win this hole to stay alive.
Tricky angle here. It's going over stable FD3.
Skip hard.
Scoops out quick.
Good grab.
Luke asking for it to skip.
Skip to the basket.
And it just nestles into the clovers at a very similar range to Joey Bucket's, 24 feet for the win.
I haven't made the putt. I wasn't going to run the putt.
can tell people. You don't play the par 5.
Humphreys has a chance from circle 2.
Everybody knows that you would have.
And this is what you're going to get from Luke, whether you're playing a putting game, whether you're at a putting league, whether you're playing head-to-head for cash.
He'll call you out.
Oh, he'll 100% call you out. One of my first years on tour, I was playing a putting game with him, and we called comebackers were in play, got mad at me for laying up. For birdie. And that is going to do it.
Got to give it to him. Pushed it to hole 15.
Gannon looks unbelievable. Unbelievable. And again, to have a spectator on 9 say, oh, I want you to ace this. Steps up, point A to point B.
That was fun. Yeah, I fully believe Gannon when he says that the world's kind of gave him a sense of relief that he was looking for. And now he can just go out there and enjoy the game and have fun. He's not trying to prove anything.
Couple of commanding victories. Gannon Burr 5 over Luke Humphreys. Barella 6 over Chris Dickerson. Grant Zellner down there on the ground as we wrap up the day. Grant, take it away, my friend.
Again, and go before we get to this victory, we've got to go back in time just a little bit to hole number 11. As you're walking up the steep hill to that tee box, what are you thinking, and then what changed your mind, and how did that come to pass?
Yeah, I mean, my play there is just throw a forehand into the ground and play for a pretty short putt. And then we had a very nice gentleman who said he's got a $500 bounty on the ace. And so I pulled out my mid-range and made sure to get it basket height. And I've never been able to do stuff like that where you can kind of call an ace, and it was perfect the whole way.
Excellent round of golf here toward the end. A lot of banter back and forth as you sort of felt the inevitable was there, but Luke is just hanging around and forcing you to do a little bit of work. How does that bode for you heading into a challenging weekend?
I mean, yeah, Idlewild is definitely an interesting course, I feel like, especially when it comes tournament time. You kind of saw there, I had like 3 holes in a row of the par 4s where if you throw a good enough drive, the second shot's going to be really short. So that's kind of how it goes out here. It's more about hitting the first gap. And so I actually kind of use this a bit as like a practice round to kind of get the feel for the tournament, but then also make some corrections off of stuff that I've been doing in practice. So I had a couple different disc changes today, and they seem to all work out. So I'll probably have the same game plan.
You look really loose and comfortable over just about every shot, regardless of the circumstances. Is that a product of match play and it being something of a combo practice round, or is that the way you're beginning to feel over every shot at this late stage of the season?
I mean, I've definitely been feeling good as of recent over most shots. Even when my game doesn't feel on, I seem to mentally be able to kind of make the best decision and just kind of push through that. But I mean, match play is a little more laid back because there's not too much to lose. Like you said, you can only lose the hole. There's not too much punishment for going for crazy shots or going aggressive. So yeah, I mean, match play is a fun format. I think it brings out a lot of interesting plays, and that's what people want to see.
Full points to Gannon Burr today. Moving on in the match play championship. And by the way, you smell great.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Flag on.
And a yellow flag for commenting on the scent. Understandable. Great day for Gannon. What did you see from him?
He's unfazed. He's having fun out there. There's not too many shots that made him look uncomfortable. The time violation, the little warning, he laughed that off quick. I mean, called ace on the 11th. He's throwing lasers out there. And yeah, he had some troubles on a couple of the up and downs, but I don't think that at all is going to translate to the golf tomorrow. I think for the first time, we're going to see a repeat champion here at Idlewild. I'm not going to come out and say right away that it's going to be Gannon Burr, but I think we're closing in on our first repeat here. hole differential +7. 6 points, leading Group A there.
Solid day. Anthony Barella starting out the day with 0 points, now jumps up into second place. Tied with Chris Dickerson in points, but point differential wise at a +1. One more opportunity. And they head out to a really great match play course out there at Smuggler's Notch. It's been a fun season so far with this format. What are your thoughts?
Which course do you think they're going to play out there? Both are great for match play.
Not entirely sure.
Yeah.
I do know that there's going to be a lot of players there. There's going to be more groups playing
Everybody
at GMC than ever before. However, in general, I would say either course matches up for match play quite well. But in general, this season, what do you make of this format?
Love it. Love playing on Thursday. Makes sense for the tour. Makes sense for the players. Even if they are, out of it to make it to the finals, they still get a competitive practice round. It's hard to fake that. Even when you play a cash round with your friends, it's hard to kind of manufacture that tension that you need, that you're going to have during the tournament. So a player like Chris Dickerson today, he was out of it early, but those shots are still going to play as good of any practice shot as you can have throughout the rest of the weekend.
Well, Gannon Burr, Anthony Barella, commanding victories. Which one of those two looked better today, from your opinion?
They both look clean. I mean, Gannon dominated Luke. AB dominated Chris Dickerson. That's hard to do. Chris didn't win a single hole on Anthony today. The way that Anthony controls the Luna all day, his flick on the fifth, it's incredible. The way that he played the fourth flat to hyzer with the buzz through the gap. So AB looked amazing, and yeah, it's like we're back on Tournament Central, Brian. This is too cool, man.
Well,
Dream
hey,
come true.
We're going to have a little bit more Tournament Central on the other side of this commercial break. We're going to talk more disc golf again. We'll see you soon.
This bag
is lighter.
very sturdy.
Comfortable.
It's beautiful.
I'm in love with it.
I feel like I'm just gonna have this bag forever and it's never gonna fail me.
This is the Octothorpe reimagined.
Dynamic disc has meant everything to me. And when I made the decision to come back, I knew I had to make it big. Give the fans something they want, something they won't ever forget. If I'm coming back, I've got to do it right.
Bobby, what are you doing?
Nothing. Just doing a little brainstorming. You know what we should bring back? We should bring back the Disc Golf Answer Man.
Let's send these boys back to the lobby.
Get on.
Oh, Grandma's got a hot kettle for that tea bag.
How did you get so much energy from a candy?
One Shot is no ordinary candy. It only has 4 grams of sugar, and the nootropics help prevent jitters and crash.
Grandma, do you think I could try one of those One Shot energy chews?
Oh, sure, honey. But if you come for the queen, you better come correct, Sprout. I'm the OG. Got it?
Got it.
Level up your energy with One Shot. Grab yours at oneshotenergy.com today.
You play disc golf long enough, you can relate to this experience. You adjust your stance, you change your putter, you make all these little tweaks to improve your form. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to go back to fundamentals. That's exactly what we did with the Octothorpe. More stable, more refined, more features for the modern disc golfer. This is the Octothorpe reimagined.
Welcome back to the Disc Golf Network. Wrapping up the day, it's Tournament Central time. Brian Earhart, Nate Perkins, Anthony Barella. Dominant victory today in match play over Chris Dickerson. Could he be the 9th unique winner in 9 seasons playing this course, Nate?
Yeah, it's a layup. So yes, of course he could be. He could win any tournament he signs up for. There's a lot of variance out here. I think that it's actually harder for you to put your money on AB winning this specific tournament because I think there are 30 guys that can win this one. Whereas if we go to D-Glow, I think there might be 15 guys, maybe, that can win at that monster of a course. Idlewild is technical. It is short. It brings a lot of names into the hat.
Well, right now, Anthony Barella, as it stands, is the best scrambler on the Disc Golf Pro Tour.
Really?
58% of the time he's getting up and down, and on a course like this, you need to scramble. Also, another stat that I think will bode well for him, he's second place on tour in Circle 2. He is 35.43% from range. You're not going to stick bullseyes when you're out here at this course. It's going to be uncomfortable.
And look at these names, Brian. I mean, Hall of Famer James Conrad right there. Paul Macbeth, it wasn't his first, but it was Kevin Jones's first win? Really? And that was 2019? I mean, you're talking about iconic household names. Eagle McMahon, of course, it wasn't his first win, but it was a win that kind of started to redefine his career back in 2020 because same thing with Anthony Barella. He wasn't really known as the guy that could navigate the wooded course at that moment in his career. Then you have a player like Isaac Robinson, still his only Disc Golf Pro Tour event. I'll never forget Ezra running up and just bawling, and Isaac and him just embracing right there on the green, and Isaac's interview right there is emotional. And then he goes on to win 4 more majors before he wins another Disc Golf Pro Tour event. There's something special about this place, such as Waco, where it's like we have a lot of champions there and a lot of careers are kind of kick-started from these courses.
Well, I still am perplexed. Why so many first-time winners at this course? I get the unique winners.
Yeah.
But normally on tour, it's not just pull a name out of the hat and they win. A lot of times it's still the same guys.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Anthony Barella. I'm looking at someone like Gannon Burr. But here, like you said, Kevin Jones, Isaac Robinson, James Conrad. What is it about this place?
Just has to be the tight hallways, right? You have 12 of them, and that's the only way where someone further down, 10-20, 10-30 rated guy is going to have a slight leg up. If Gannon, AB, those giants at the top, if they're slightly off their game, they're going to get punished. When you think of a course like, let's go Glendoveer at Portland, if you're slightly off on that initial angle, you're still in play, right? And we see Gannon, AB, those players dominate courses like that because they have power, they have distance, they have everything. But when you have to throw a disc down a hallway, it just seems to level the playing field out a bit.
Well, there's not a lot of room for you to be off, like you said. We saw a lot of elementary mistakes from really solid players. I'm thinking about this morning with Owen Scoggins trying to throw the forehand on 13, getting caught up in the tall grass. Isaac Robinson hitting something right in front of him. Joey Buckets hitting something right in front of him. You have to deal with the humiliation of things like that happening to you. So when you're a young player, you're bright-eyed, you're looking for that first win, your expectations are not the same as somebody who's won multiple Disc Golf Pro Tour events. This course is not going to be nice to you. And you know what the worst part is? Sometimes you feel like you're outplaying somebody, and somebody gets lucky that round and beats you, and it feels frustrating. And you cannot take that into the next day. You have to understand this course is going to have some coin toss scenarios. You got to go out there in the woods. And again, like Michael Johansson said, I always go back to this quote. When you're in the woods, missing big is okay. Sometimes missing by a little is the hardest part. You just have to be open to what's out there for you.
Yep. One thing about Idlewild is typically you can't predict the weather, right? And I think this is going to be one of the few Idlewild tournaments where we're going to completely avoid the thunderstorm. Things are looking great, very consistent, high 80s every day, high humidity every day starting in the morning for the FPO field, but the wind is going to be down. It was dead calm today. It's going to be dead calm tomorrow. Starts to get up 10, 12 miles per hour. With that predictable conditions, they're going to shred the course. We've seen it time and time again. If you're not 6 or 7 down on that front 9, you're guaranteed to be losing strokes. Now, we don't typically see that pace continue all the way through the back. As you mentioned, 14 is the course record, Micah Groth. Joey Bucket's 13 the year that he won. But 12, 13 under par, that's going to be almost the bare minimum, I think, for this weekend per round if you want your name in the hat for the title.
Well, it's one of those courses, if you're off, it feels terrible. We watched Simon have a really tough day out there, struggling to hit lines.
Yep.
And when you have a day like that, and another person is shredding the course, shooting 12, 13 under, it's a real mind game that you have to play out there. With that, we're going to wrap things up. Shot of the day. I know what it is.
Yep. I mean,
which one?
That was one of the best moments here in the booth. Something about a hole-in-one. There's electricity to it, and you don't always feel that through the camera. I felt it today, Brian.
Well, I'm really hoping he goes to Waffle House. I'm hoping he gets some smothered, covered, cat peppered, and chunked, and has a great day out there with his hash browns. Let's just run it back. Let's see it again. I went through a real dry spell, Nate. I didn't guess a single one of these for multiple tournaments. I was getting made fun of by EPT.
I think the special thing about this, Brian, is that he wasn't going to go for this ace until the bounty was placed on it. So he went with the faster disc, looked at the chains, and sent it.
Well, that's what we said. You go right side, you've lost all hope.
Yeah.
It's a dreamless shot.
Yeah.
What could be if you go up the middle? I just got a turkey. What's a man supposed to do? Sign the bench, my friend. Happy $500. Happy Waffle House. And to you all watching at home, happy Idlewild. Happy LWS Open. Tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the MPO. We will catch you tomorrow for round 1 coverage. Good night, folks.